Hello, I'm DigX7, and this is Devlog 7 of my first Steam game, Frostloop, a survival city builder on Rails. Near the start of January, I signed on a music composer, Guillaume Fabre. We had been talking back and forth for a bit, and I loved the demo they sent me. Initially, I was planning on working on this project completely solo, but since my main objective is to use this project to boost my portfolio, I figured that being able to add contracting a composer to my resume would be a huge plus. So, once I made this decision, I spent a bit of time researching contracts. I wanted to do this fairly and properly. During my research, I came across a great series of GDC talks on legal contracts for game developers. I'll link it in the description below. I won't go into any details on any of the terms we settled on, but I'm very happy with the arrangement and the work that Fabre has produced since. I'll link his details in the description if you happen to be looking for a composer as well. As part of bringing on a composer, we wanted to create dynamic music for the game. To achieve this, we decided to add FMOD to the project. FMOD, whose logo you've likely seen at the start of many games, is an audio tool that lets you edit audio clips in real time. For example, music that changes right when the boss enters its second phase. I initially was worried that adding FMOD into my existing project would take a ton of work, but actually it only took a day at most. The process was really smooth thanks to FMOD's own documentation on how to integrate with Unity. The main challenge comes in converting all of Unity's audio components and audio clips to FMOD's emitters and events. Depending on how you were handling these previously is what will determine how easy or hard this conversion is. Also, pay special attention to your version control process, as FMOD has a few files that really doesn't want you to save in version control. Now, granted, I am a solo developer with a strong programming background, so your own mileage may vary on how easy or hard it is for you to add FMOD into your own project. But for me, within a day, FMOD was integrated into Unity, and within a week of signing, the composer Fabre had access to and was working on their own branch in the codebase. Moving toward the end of February, my game participated in the 2026 February Steam NextFest. As part of prepping for that, I had to refine my game and make a demo build. I started by locking down parts of the research tree out of the demo. Next, I overhauled the layout of the research tree, as well as reworked some of the initial tutorial objectives. Both of these elements were done in an effort to improve the player onboarding experience, as both were parts that had tripped up players the most in my previous playtesting. The last thing I did was add a scenario selection button to the new game menu. This does not do anything right now, but in the full game I plan on adding multiple scenarios that the player can play through, and this was just my way of hinting at that in the demo. Now, once NextFest itself was kicked off, it was surreal. Looking at the Steam analytics, I got around 100 plus people to play my game. Not a lot by most standards, but I also went in with basically zero marketing. The strangest part, however, was getting almost no feedback on my game. I initially didn't create a Discord server as I didn't want to manage one, nor did the demo have its own Steam page, because I didn't want to go through the extra effort of that. This also meant that users couldn't leave reviews on Steam as well. This means that for me, outside of seeing the analytics numbers go up, I actually have no evidence that anyone played the demo at all. No feedback on what they liked or didn't like, how it went for them. I mean, going from in-person playtests to this feels really strange. Technically, a lot more people played it, but I have almost no data on how that went. Part of that is on me for not providing the traditional avenues for feedback, and part of that is just around the lack of audience for my game. In future, I'll have both a separate demo page and a Discord set up going into any potential future NextFests. I also unfortunately realized halfway through NextFest that the public demo was a much older build than I expected. I had been using my automated build pipeline for so long that I forgot one small step, and that Steam requires you to manually approve any public builds before they can go live. So many learning experiences all around. But regardless of the outcome, I only have about a month left on this project before its release on March 27th. So it's time to add the last few features, really polish what I have, and get everything ready for release. That's all for this video. The next one will likely either be right before or right after the game's release. So don't forget to like and to subscribe, and I'll see you all then. Thanks for watching.